Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blood, Fate, and Fortune, a game of swashbuckling, sorcery, and seduction, all set in the world of 7th Sea. My name is Dan McCurdy. I'll be your storyteller this evening. You can find me at RevDMC247 on TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky, and if you find me anywhere else, let them know I found them first. I will allow my players to introduce themselves, starting with Natalie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Natalie, also known as Gizmos Aplenty all across the internet, and tonight I will be portraying the Sorte Strega, Leonora Orsini.
I am Jeremiah McCoy, also known as Basics of the Game, and I will be portraying the Losajas Mykolas Kelvan.
Hello, I am Wolfgar, Reaper Wolfgar, everywhere that...
The bashful blood mage, Umberto Vitale. I'm Lakar the Artificer, everywhere you can find me on socials, and tonight, once again, I am playing the bold, the beautiful, the bashful blood mage, Umberto Vitale.
Everyone just trying to make their introduction as difficult as they possibly can. Previously on Blood, Fate, and Fortune, the group leaving behind the Castle Volkov was dealing with a whole lot of stuff that had gone down, that had been happening in the midst of travels and continuing their journey to the land of Avalon. While this was happening, there were some interesting shenanigans regarding a letter that had suddenly appeared in Umberto's possession, crashing into him literally as he had been traveling, porting through the in-between. This letter that had been written by one Angelica Felici. Leonora found herself deeply interested in this letter for reasons she couldn't entirely explain. And when she instinctively pulled it towards her and touched it, suddenly something that she had difficulty explaining happened. Pain, a voice, connections that she could not entirely figure out. Unable to really give an explanation, they had a chance to talk to Umberto about who this Angelica was, and he admitted that he was never quite the seducer or rake that he allowed himself to appear to be, and that he desperately needed to return to Vodacce. He agreed to continue with the group to Avalon, considering that one of the fastest ways back to Vodacce would be by boat anyway, and to continue on this journey with the group, saying that they would go with him after they had managed to lay Sir Bryant to rest. Finally arriving in Ukatnava, one of the few Usuran ports, they had arranged transport on the Sandoval's Fortune, only to learn that their departure had been somewhat delayed because someone had been murdered aboard. Stepping up onto the boat, they checked and discovered that the one who had been killed was Janos, a member of the Circle, who had been attempting to be a contact for Mykolas Kelvan. Mykolas, you stand there on the deck of the Sandoval's Fortune, looking down at this dead body of this man you can barely really claim to have known. But he was one of your few connections to the human side of the Sandaris practice. What's going through your head?
I think he's very concerned. Like, he didn't like Janos. He felt like Janos relied a little too heavily on veiled threats and lies, so he didn't like him, but he didn't want him dead. And he's also wondering if the reason he in particular is dead here is any kind of coincidence at all. And if so, if it's not, who's sending a message to who?
You look around, and Captain Emilio is sort of standing there. Is he familiar to you at all, or do you know him? He had booked passage, but hadn't said much more than that.
Yes, I know who he is. He is a He is part of the Ratas from the summation. He is whoever did this did something very dangerous. It is not something you would do lightly.
A member of the Ratas, he was a sorcerer.
Yes.
Rafael, you would be very aware that Emilio, as a good Castilian, probably raised under the auspices of the church, is going to be very nervous. The idea that a sorcerer would have been sailing aboard his ship. It seems to be pretty occupied.
Yeah.
In that.
Okay. So given the fact that everyone but him is some form of sorcerer, whether it's fate, blood, or with the divine, or even Avalonian, like, this is a very precarious situation. So given that he is Castilian, he'll sort of just off the rip kind of just shake his head and sort of do the sign of the Vatican, or sort of the slight sign of the Vatican cross a little bit, and this goes in Castilian. We'll say, hopefully we won't have to, this doesn't cloud the trip over much, yeah?
Well,
I can bless the boat if it'll help.
Are you a priest?
See.
Thank the prophets. Yes, having some sort of cleansing ceremony or something. And you said the Ratas, they're the ones who do the work with the demons. Yes.
And he kind of just like, what he's going to try to do is misdirect and sort of like bring him sort of focused back on the thing. It's just like regardless of what they do, let's focus on the points you like to hit. I'm assuming can you direct me to key points of interest you would feel like I know the helm will be one, and he kind of goes off on this tangent, and he is going to sort of run interference and sort of keep the captain sort of as preoccupied as he can, so that the others can settle in, and hopefully is going to not draw too much attention or ask too many questions. Not that they are out and proud with a certain other things, but it's just trying to run interference, because if this guy's paranoid about Los Angeles and things like that, he wants to keep him away from this group in particular. So he's going to go run interference and do a cleansing.
This is going to be a panache and tempt roll from you, because this guy very much wants to believe that this journey is safe. So, and this is you kind of, no, you don't want to look at that. Look at this thing over here while I do a pretty prayer and the.
You said panache and tempt, or convince?
Tempt. Because you're
Could
not.
I bargain for. I'm trying to convince him that it's safe.
No, this is a misdirection. You're doing,
okay, that's
you're doing
fair.
a misdirection here.
Okay, that is. Oh wait, I get flair though, so that's fine. I get to keep the pool because I get flair. Three.
With 3 raises, I'm going to give you 1 wound just because, and this is basically mental exhaustion of you're basically making up ceremonies as you go.
Is he an objectionist or
he's Castilian, so he's Vadising. He is Vadising.
Okay, is this a social risk?
Yes.
Okay, then I get to roll 2 extra dice because I'm ordained.
Then do it. Use that background.
That brings it to 4.
Okay.
It's 4.
Then forget the wound. And you all watch as Raphael gets the captain kind of looking around and has him doing prayers and like anointing the wheel at the con and stuff like that to relax and be less worried that Alosajas was aboard his ship.
I want to read the body.
There is nothing.
Perfect.
It is. It reads like it is. Typically, bodies do not have because the strands of fate have been cut, and you see no signs.
Lenora mostly does it because of the past few days where she has dealt with dead, and they've had either a lack or they've had a void of such. So this is kind of bringing her back to normalcy in a way, but also confirming, yes, this guy is dead.
Yeah. No, you do not see any signs of undeath with him. He is truly gone.
Mm-hmm. Do we make this look like that we know and we should discard him, or should we? I don't mean to be disrespectful, but should we just carry on?
We should probably find out who killed him, considering he's on the boat we want to leave on.
And yes, the faster we figure out who killed him, we can get going.
Right.
Some of the crew is still around. They're going about their business and things like that. And one of them comes over and says to Mykolas, "I'm terribly sorry. Did I overhear that you actually knew him?"
We had talked a couple of times over the years.
Then I don't know if saying sorry for your loss is appropriate, but there is a chance the constable's going to want to speak to you. The ship is currently with an active murder case on it. We are to be kept in the docks until that is resolved.
Did you speak to him before this? Did you see him on the boat before he just turned up as a body?
Oh, yes. He was going to be a passenger with us. I can't remember how far he was going to be going, but he came aboard, paid all up front, put his stuff in his room, and we were going to leave with the tide in the morning. And
Did he have anybody with him at the time?
He was traveling alone. There was, as I recall, there was a little bit of a commotion when he went for dinner at the Rosalka's Lament, but no more than, in fact, significantly less than many bar fights.
I see. And did he seem particularly troubled?
Honestly, I thought him cold. He seemed very withdrawn. He communicated what he wanted, and we of Uzura are used to, big, loud thoughts and things. And from my experience, the Martians are often similar, but this one seemed very controlled.
Members of the Retas have a tendency to be a bit more reserved.
He kind of leans in, looking around. You knew him from the Rotas, or as of the Rotas. Are you?
The Retas are known by everybody.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your panache and convince on that one.
Not exactly lying.
I know. This is why I'm giving you convince. You are telling a half-truth.
Well, I have a whole 2 die. Oh, wait. I have flair, so 3.
Hooray!
Yay!
Dang. 2?
All right. He relaxes and he goes, okay. we know that those adjusts tend to keep their heads down, certainly when they're being transported. But the captain kind of gives a glance over his shoulder, and a lot of the crew are Castilian. I'm one of like 3 userins, so just as a maybe best to say he was like your brother-in-law's cousin or something like that.
I'm looking. Is the body there? Can I look at it?
Yes. Yeah, the body's there. You.
So, having been a soldier for a long time and
Mhm.
seen all kinds of injuries, does this throat cut look like it was done by somebody who knew what they were doing, or is it sort of a ragged affair? Like they
The
weren't
cut
sure.
looks jagged, and it's weird though, because you've seen men who've had their throats cut in their sleep. You've seen men who've had their throats cut in combat when they were trying to defend themselves, and this is a weird combination. Go ahead and give me your wits and notice as you try to tease out what you're seeing.
It's a slightly better pull. Plus another flare, because it's the first time using it. That's not bad. So 3?
3.
Yeah.
You're looking it over, and you sense the eyes behind yours that are also looking it over. And right as you suddenly see it, Rona goes, ah. And you recognize that he was not struggling when his throat was cut. This was undoubtedly an attack that he did not see coming. And the reason for the jaggedness of the cut is whoever did the blow was not very well controlled. It was an urgent cut for whatever reason. The dagger was not well handled. So he was caught by surprise, but this was not a professional kill.
But it is somebody who knew that they needed to take him down fast. Well, whoever did this, not a professional. I'm a soldier.
You have to look. Yes, the constable thought much the same. If you, here he comes, and you see a man in fairly traditional usurin garb, with, they don't have like badges or anything like that, but there's a sash that he's wearing that marks him as a peace officer, basically, as he steps up the plank. All right, unless there are any other witness. I'm terribly sorry. This is a murder scene. Are you all investigating?
Waiting for see if anybody. I guess not. Okay. Mykolas will say, yes, well, sort of. We were going to charter this boat, and there's a dead body on it. And because it was Sarmatian, they asked me to identify, and I have seen him before. So.
Oh, you have seen him before. And he pulls a bit of parchment out from under his thing and has a charcoal pencil in his hand and goes, anything you can tell me about him might be useful. The sooner we can have this squared away, the sooner this boat can be underway.
His name is Jonas, and he is a member of the Ritas, the circle of sorcerers from Somatia.
He gives a look to the side and puts it and kind of spits over on the deck. Of course. Well, that does explain the nature of the cut. From what I understand of Los Ajas, if he'd known this was coming, there wouldn't be much boat left.
No, they are famous for their capabilities. And anyone who tried to kill this person would have needed to do it quickly.
Lenora?
As this conversation is going on, Leonora is kind of taking a step back, probably a little bit behind Umberto, and is looking around to see if anyone has particular eyes on this conversation.
All right, very cool. Give me a wits and notice.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What am I doing? No, it's 7. Yeah. Three.
Okay. Glancing around, sort of reading, well, not reading, but just getting a feel for everyone. You notice from not on the boat, but down on the docks, there does seem to be one kind of young gentleman who's sort of craning his neck a little bit, sort of like making a big show of not making a big show of watching and hearing and overhearing the conversation.
Lenora's gonna elbow Umberto and whistle going and gives eyes over at the gentleman.
He'll kind of look over. It's not even being subtle.
Just don't make a scene.
Me make a scene? I would never.
Lenora rolls her eyes.
What's Umberto doing?
He's going to casually just walk over towards the gentleman.
As you are starting to come down the gangplank, because you're up on the boat and he's down on the docks, all of a sudden his eyes catch on you and he takes off into the town.
He will turn around, he will whistle to Leonora, and he's going to throw the chess piece at her. Don't lose this.
Okay.
And he's going to bolt.
All right, go ahead and give me your brawn and athletics as you. Well, actually, no, because you're going to be dodging in and out of people. So finesse and athletics as you are pursuing this guy.
Lenora's also going to tap Rowan and just be like, maybe you should help him out.
Okay.
Ooh.
Four.
Yep. Yeah, you are just stepping and easily just moving in and out of people. This guy is quick, but you are quicker, and you are catching up to him fairly quickly, and you are getting to the point now where you kind of get your choice of, all right, you are catching up. So what do you do as you are catching up to him?
As he's catching up to him, if there's any kind of stacks of barrels or anything like that, he's going to kind of vault onto them and try to get over the guy and land in front of him.
So you're not tackling him, you're cutting him off.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's going to be and fairly acrobatic. So yeah, we'll stick to finesse athletics. Rowan, what are you doing as this is happening?
She watches him speed off. She's like, oh shit. And she's going to be the one right behind the guy that we're chasing.
All right, so go ahead and give me your this is Rowan. So brawn and athletics is you're just kind of, well, I'll give you the question. Is she tiptoeing through, or is she just running in the straight line and people are welcome to get out of her way?
No, she is He's sorry. Move. Picking
Everybody
up one
move.
dude, throw him gently to the side. Like she is. Yeah.
Brawn athletics then.
3.
3. Okay.
And
don't
yeah,
do that. I
as
didn't
he's
take
as
the
he's
dice.
coming down, he's going to pull his sword.
Real quick, we'll see where Rowan's roll is at, and this will
Sorry
just
about that,
determine how immediately useful to you she is or not.
Yeah, I have an idea in my head how this is going to end for the guy. Okay, you said Braun Athletics, right?
Mm-hmm.
With some beautiful flair. I always forget how many like die I have to roll for that. And it's always
What?
a lot.
The muscle mommy has a lot of brawn. That's weird.
All right.
Raphael from the boat. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she Oh, that's nasty. Okay. My math is right. 3.
3. All right.
3 raisins.
You're running into some things along the way, so you're a little bit behind, and probably a little bit irritated. We'll get to you in a second. Umberto, you've got your sword out, and he like skids to a stop right in front of you.
I'm sorry, were you not enjoying the show?
I really
Need to turn around so we could have some conversation.
And around this time, Rowan comes in. What's Rowan doing?
Full on, like, you ever seen football players spear tackle people?
I'm not even going to make you roll for it because this guy does not see you coming, and he's about to take a Rowan in the back. What is your brawl skill again?
Like the dots were 3.
Yeah, 3. Oh God, yeah. Like, Umberto, and you can see it be like, and then you see the Rowan train coming behind him and crash down on the guy. Like, oh.
He just puts the sword away, doesn't say a word, just kind of steps to the left.
And she's gonna pick him up, like, and be like, "Seriously, dude?" She's like obviously irritated and like sweating, and she looks at Umberto, shaking him. This is him.
Yes. Yes, that was the one.
Like, come on, and she like bookcase him and just like I just carry him off. Yeah.
All right. So everyone on the boat, Leonora, Mykolas, and Raphael, even at this point, are coming around. You would see Umberto kind of like start moving towards the deck. See this guy dash off. Umberto take off after him. Rowan truck after him. I'm guessing you didn't see the tackle, but shortly thereafter, you see Rowan and Umberto coming up with this guy in air jail as he's just sort of dangling, being held by Rowan. No, I would walk. You can put me down.
You move one more time and I'll throw you.
In what
She will do it, my friend. I've seen her do it.
Fine. And you get to the boat, and the constable's like, Alexei? She tackled me.
Yeah, and it was like at least a 10.
Dude.
Yeah,
It hurt a lot.
You'll be fine.
Excuse me, why did you run?
Why did he chase me?
Because you ran after looking very suspicious.
Ron would put him down at this point, but keep a firm hand on his shoulder.
The constable's like, Alexei, what do you know? I didn't kill him.
Lenora's reading him.
Okay. His Arcana are What am I doing not having Arcana ready to go?
Come on, you know better.
Right? You'd think I really would have learned this by now. Switch it up to the duelist
Oh no.
moves. Sorry, editing Dan, you get to cut this all out.
I can always help you decide.
On page 156. Here we go. This guy's Arcana are the War and the Wheel.
Okay. Thank you.
I didn't kill him.
I'm sure the constable would like to know what you just.
And the constable's like, come on. There was a brawl at the bar earlier. And my brother was very unhappy with him. I don't know who killed him. I don't know if it was Dimitri.
Did you know who this man was? You encountered him in the bar. Did you know his name? Did you know his profession?
I know he was some Martian. He kept to himself for the most part.
Seems unlikely to be the actual killer then.
How did the fight start?
The dead man, he was talking with a group. My brother Dimitri was amongst them. Some of them were getting heated. I tend not to like to be around drinking sailors when they're getting angry like that, so I was sort of staying away from it.
Are they sailors from this ship?
The port workers. Most of them are working for the dockmaster right now.
Let me see. Do you know where your brother is so that perhaps the constable could question him?
The constable rolls his eyes. If I know Dmitry Androvich, he's probably still at the Rizaka's Lemand.
Good name for a bar.
What's the looks on everyone's faces at that?
Roan rolls her eyes. Like,
Well, I don't know if Raphael's presence for
He is.
this
You have
particular
rejoined. You have
part or
rejoined.
not.
Yeah, you've rejoined the group by now.
Remind me what was said because it cut out.
Okay. So the name of the bar is
What did you
Rizaka's
say?
Lament. The name of the bar is the Rizaka's Lament, and everyone's sort of reacting to that because Vivara was a Rizaka, and so you've met one.
Okay. Oh yeah, no. Raphael seems very nonplussed. It's more of a nod of acknowledgement than of, oh, okay, that's a thing. Because he's looking at it from a scholarship perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So it
All
seems
right.
you will not give any of the names of the sailors. Perhaps we can go talk to the bar.
He's given the name of his brother Dimitri, but it's like I don't know the rest of them. I only. And the constable's like,
Where
well,
is your
if you all
brother
are
by
interested in
chance?
this too, I'm here actually to take the body into the morgue. But if you all would like to go ahead to the Rosalka's lament, you seem to be competent, and since you know the departed, if you wish to take the lead, maybe represent your nation in this investigation, I would certainly welcome the help.
Mykolas will look around at the others just to get a read on, are they okay with doing that?
Lenora kind of gives a look like we might as well. We can't leave without this being taken care of.
What are the other reactions?
I think Raphael is gonna just look to make eye contact with Mykolas as if to say, "I'll help where I can," because right now he's been running interference, but he's not entirely sure how he can help at this juncture, given that there's so much he doesn't know.
As long as if I get to tackle more people, cool.
Come on, Ron. I'll find you more people to tackle in the bar.
Hey.
Yes, we'll be glad to take this on. He was a countryman, and also we can't leave until this mystery is solved.
True enough. The next boat is not due in for a couple of days, so this would keep things moving. Alexei, come with me, and don't run. I know where your mother lives. Alexei kind of lets his head hang, and the two kind of walk off as they and some men come up and lift Janusz's body and take it and put it down on a cart, and then it is sent off, presumably to the city morgue. You all are left. It's fairly easy to find the bar, the Rosalka's Lament. It's a very rough dock bar type place. The way it is built, it's clearly set up for rough guys who come in to drink hard and handle things. There are various servers and maids who all look tough and also like, try me, seems to be the general feel of everyone in there. It looks like there's been a fight recently, but you get the very strong impression that the bar always looks like there's been a fight recently as you step in. And there's a moment of quiet as everyone comes in, and each and every one of you feels like immediately like you're being sized up. And most of the eyes read Leonora, move on. Raphael, move on. Umberto, move on. Mykolas, maybe. Roan,
Raphael is going to be at least making 1 to 2 second eye contact with every person in the bar, to include staff, and if anybody lingers a little too long on Roan, is going to give an extra more of a pointed stare. Not that he really needs to, but it's more of a don't do it.
Give me panache and intimidate.
Roan is like the complete opposite of like.
I don't know what that score looks like. I don't know how much my oh boy. You said panache and intimidate?
Panache and intimidate, because you're like, oh, don't try
1, 2,
us.
3. Yeah, no, but I'm just laughing because that pool went from really small to big. So
while that's happening, Lenora, what do you got?
oh shit.
Hey, Mr. Storyteller, sir, do you want 6 villain points?
Oh my god.
I would love 6 villain points.
All right, they're yours. I'm down to 5
4,
lashes.
by the way.
4. All right. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've asked you for an intimidate roll in this campaign. So all of you suddenly see
Yep.
Raphael stands taller. His hand rests on his sword. And he looks around the room. You are used to the wholesome priest, the healer, the kind heart. Suddenly, even though he's one of the smaller figures in the group, a bunch of people see him and go, and go back to their business, are somewhat stood down. There was the sense of, yeah, they clearly know how that sword works. And stuff like that. Also, Umberto and Mykolas. Umberto, you have an odd sense of vertigo that hits you. Not like when you were sensing the blesher, but just you have sort of a natural feel of magic in the area that is sort of how you detect things. And it's like the chess piece pulses for a moment in your awareness. And Mykolas, you hear Rona go, interesting. Again.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Not even a little.
I was about to say, you don't lie to us, please. Spare us that.
Uh-huh. So, yeah.
You should keep that quip in. Just saying.
Mykolas is going to scan the room to sort of get a twinge on the source of that.
There's no obvious source. There's just this odd sense of, when Rona is anticipatory, she feels like something's coming and is curious like you. You can ask her.
No, I really can't.
And Leonora, for your part, we have an idea of the visual when you pay your lashes in blood, the crackling electricity. What do you think it feels like when you pay in fate? You who work in fate, what is Leonora's aspect, and what does she see? So much of your power works through your sight.
I feel like there's an over exaggerated and even visual representation of Reed in that sense, because she is she's now releasing. So for all those who've watched K-pop Demon Hunters, it would be kind of like a pulse coming from her and going out into the world, being very much like a pluck of a string.
Okay, you feel this, but no one else sees or experiences this, because no one else is a fate witch to see it. But as this energy, as it hits Umberto, that's when you feel the vague vertigo, and Mykolas, that's when Rona, sort of behind your eyes, goes, fascinating. And there's just this, and Rowan, you feel like when you walk into a bar and there's people who just want there to be a fight. And there's just this extra dramatic pulsing energy. You have a feeling hands are going to get thrown sooner rather than later. You don't know from who. And you're used to being like, that's the one that's going to pick a fight. Actually, give me your wits and empathy, Rowan.
Wits and okay. Right. 1. All 3 dice were used for that.
For whatever reason, you get the briefest impression that the most likely to throw the first punch is Leonora.
I think Roan is just gonna just lean over and go, so who you thinking? The one with the stupid beard? The one with the obviously not real hair? Ooh, the tough looking woman in the corner that's been eyeing me since I walked in. And Roan would just kind of flinch at her like, come on.
What? No, we're just here for information.
There's other ways to get information, right? Other than just talking.
Let us start with talking.
And she'll pat Rowan.
And Rowan, you thought she would be down. Like with the vibe you got from her, you were like, oh man, yeah, she already knows who she, and the fact that she's surprised at this, you're like, but anyway. The bartender is sort of, you all just going to stand in the door all night, or you're going to order drinks?
Yeah. Is there a
Also
table?
Apparently dehydrated.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good now that you leave back. Okay, so yes, there is a table over on the side.
Actually, come to think of it, we're here to question people. He's going to walk up to the bar and stand at the bar and order a drink.
What'll it be?
Vodka.
Vodka. I got plenty of that. You prefer Uzurin or Samartian?
Sarmatian, of course.
Your vocal cords. And goes over and grabs a bottle and pops it off. How many?
Whoa. He's going to look at the others. I am the only civilized one here.
Of course. And you, priest?
See,
You going to order a drink, or are you just going to sanctify the place?
I don't think you want me doing that in here, my friend. Water if you have it.
Water.
Like,
This is a bar.
like to keep
We serve
bar.
alcohol.
Well, then the closest thing to water, then it's just
She
gonna
pours
mutter
another
something
shot
about.
of the Martian vodka and pushes it at you.
Yeah, yeah. It's just at this point because he's developing a taste for it.
Looks at Rowan.
Only Samartian though.
Roan would just look back at her. Oh, come on. And she points at the brown stuff. You don't even have to ask. Come on.
Takes a second, pours it, reaches over to the candle that's near her on the bar, passes it over the cup, and you all watch a flame, and then pushes the mug to Rowan.
she'll take it.
And for the pretty one, staring
Which
at
one?
Umberto.
What was that?
What was what?
The spirit.
That was impressive. Since you mocked my friend here for water, give me an ale.
If you would make that too, please.
Of course. Puts him down, names a low price. Surprisingly, would surprise a couple of people. You were expecting to pay more.
I will toss because I imagine I still have some of the stuff from the pouch of gold and gems that I got a while back. He's going to toss a gemstone on the counter and say, yeah, that is if you could provide some information as well.
It's not often someone bribes the bartender. Sure, what do you want to know? Pockets it.
There was a countryman of mine who was in here. There was apparently an altercation. Can you tell us what happened?
I mean, there's lots of altercations in here. However, I will say that he was having a conversation with some of our rowdier customers, and she grins and goes, he was having a conversation with some of our rowdier customers, and I honestly don't know what happened, but it got heated. He did not seem to much care. That annoyed them as much as anything, I think. They were looking for a big reaction. He just stayed quiet and reserved and dismissive.
Okay. I'm sure there were some raised voices. Do you recall what sort of things they were angry about?
The usual insults. One said that he didn't have any balls. I believe another was saying something rude about his lineage or something like that. Fights in here often don't have great reason. They might simply have been irritated at his entire aspect. I don't recall him being particularly offensive, but neither was I party to the conversation.
You're good at your job, yes?
I get people drunk and they give me money.
Which means you pay attention.
I do.
Was there anyone in the bar at the time that looked out of place or paying a little too much attention?
There was... no, the timing's wrong. There was a woman in here this morning. I imagine she was going to get in trouble the moment she showed up. Beautiful, dressed, somewhat scandalously, and women like that tend to get attention they don't want in a place like this. I advised her to move on, and she took my advice. So she was out of place, but this wasn't when the fight happened. That was an hour later.
Hmm. Did this man ask you similar questions?
Neither of them asked me anything.
Okay. If you could point us towards the rowdy ones, I promise that we won't start anything.
I think that moment has passed, and she gestures. And as you look around, you see one guy take his mug of ale, drink all of it, slam it down, and stand up and start moving towards Rowan.
Oh no!
Yay!
Ah,
What might your name be? Okay, fine. He's fucking Inish. What might your name be, lass?
Rowan just put up a finger and like finishes the drink fully, and she can't get drunk, so she just finishes it, slams it on the table, and she goes, "Ooh!" And then she stands up at her full 6'6". The name is not Lies, Bucko.
That's all I was asking.
The name is Rowan, and she'll hold out a hand to shake.
He takes the hand to shake. Rowan, so pleased to meet you, and goes for a headbutt.
She will also go for a headbutt. At the exact same thing. You and me on the same wavelength here.
Go ahead and give me your brawn and brawl.
It's like watching National Geographic.
Mykolas off at the bar just kind of sighs heavily.
You knew this was gonna happen. She didn't get a chance to do this the last time we was at a bar.
They kept reading poetry. What was up with that?
Whenever there's violence, I roll really well for her. Yeah, that will be 4.
4. Well, let's give him an opportunity to. Yeah, you do not take. All wounds were mitigated, and he. So you both hit. You are fine. You're used to the other guy being out. He's not. He's been hit, and you can tell he felt it, but he's not down. Oh, this is going to be a good time indeed. And he goes to throw a haymaker with his offhand, because I'm presuming you're still holding his dominant hand in yours.
Oh yeah. She is ambidextrous though.
Yeah.
But instead, she's going to knee him in the goods.
All right.
We weren't playing fair. Another Brawn and Brawl. I'm sorry.
Another Brawn and Brawl.
Nice. The combat music started in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Even my computer's on the same wavelength.
Remind me, what's your resolve, Rowan?
Resolve is 3.
Okay.
Okay, I got 2 10s, and I don't know what that means in this game. I forgot.
They're just successes, but if I raise the difficulty of rolls, 10s are always successes. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So that would make it math. That will make it 4 once
4.
again.
Okay. You this time he takes the knee. He goes, oh, and he falls back. His hand pulls out of yours. You definitely felt his haymaker to your face, though. That's going to be 4 minor wounds to you. For being with his offhand, that was a decent toss. Oh, if I ever told you, I love a lass who fights dirty. And he charges in to tackle and try to bring Rowan down. At this point, a few other guys are getting up and started looking around like, "Are we doing this? Are we doing this? I feel like we're doing this." Like, and none of them, they're not looking at Rowan. It's just like, "Oh, we're going to be fighting."
I'm going to actually step forward and do my best. I'll do my best, step forward and give the almost sergeant's stare to intimidate them to sit back down.
All right, go ahead and give me your panache and intimidate.
Because intimidate, I actually have some.
Does it look like it's only like hands, or people like starting to bring out like weapons?
No one is pulling blades.
Cool.
They're following bar rules. Everything is
bar rules.
Bar rules, however, you will know by looking around, probably includes bar stools.
Bars themselves.
I was about to.
With the 3 folks, they're like, okay. Oh, well, apparently he was too drunk for that one. He hurls into Rowan, catches her with his shoulder right in like her core, and she doesn't move an inch. It is backs up a second.
Oh, you sweet baby boy. And she's gonna Sparta kick him dead in the chest.
Go ahead and give me your brawn and brawl.
Look at her. I would die for her. I would kill for her. Either way with bliss.
So that is. Hold on. Oh man, having such a good time right now.
You see, Rafael. You see, you're welcome. I delivered that to you. You're welcome.
That's another 4.
Another 4.
I'm so sorry.
He gets knocked back, topples over the table, and just collapses to the ground. And everyone's kind of looking up like, "He's still alive?" No, they wouldn't. "He's still alive, Colin?" Long pause. He jumps back up. That was the finest thrashing I've ever gotten in a bar fight. The guy next to him goes, "Hey, what about that time? Oh, you were shite. But that's amazing. It was wonderful. Her drinks are on me. Rest of the night."
Hey!
And he clambers up forward and gives a very respectful like handshake, like yeah, good, shakes your hand. And Mykolas, you would hear the barkeep go, fucking Inish. And
Yeah, I've seen the few myself.
anyway, he'd be able to tell you any of the rowdy ones. He's fought all of them.
Good to know. Wow.
Roan will like spit blood on the floor and be like, whoo, and then like go in her mouth and be like, oh no, not another one. Kind of pulls out a tooth. It'll be fine.
And Colin is up next to Roan and goes, yeah. Hey, now by the way you talk, you're a little confusing. You've got some you've got Castile on your tongue, no doubt, but some Avalon as well.
I would like to say mostly Avalonian, but you know, good ear on you.
I must have had it backwards. Then again, I did just get my ass absolutely thrashed. So likely I'm not reading things the best. And he goes and he's like, finest whiskey you have, please. By which I mean the foul rot got in that bottle right there. Bartender rolls her eyes and puts the bottle down, and he pours the first and shoots it back. Hi. So what brings you all to town?
Roan will just kind of look at the rest of them. We're traveling.
Whereabouts?
A lot of places, if I'm being honest with you, but our main target is Avalon at the moment.
Huh. Oh, you're headed that way, are you?
Oh, yeah.
How are you getting there? By boat, I'd assume, since you're here.
Yeah.
The one out on the dock right now?
Yeah. Actually, you might be able to help. Can I introduce you to my friends? So she just kind of like leans over the bar.
Do any of them, do they fight as well as you do?
You see that little one over there? And like points at Leonora. Feisty.
No,
but I will say the most scariest is probably Mykolas.
It's a Martian. They can be good in overall. They're so serious about it afterwards, though.
But if you want some
I
real
won't
fun,
turn down the whiskey after I punched him in the face. So rude.
if you want some real fun, though, looks over at Umberto. And then looks over at Rafael. If you touch that one, I'll rip your lips off your face.
Well, got herself a pretty priest. Noted. Absolutely noted.
Thank you.
And he's
almost on cue. Oh, sorry.
Nope, go ahead.
It's almost on cue. Like Raphael would walk up to Rowan and just sort of look up at her and just seeing that it's not in a state where it's too dramatic at the moment. This is just surface level stuff, and he looks her over and makes a point to keep his hands sort of at his side near weaponry, but is still giving gonna sort of softly speak up to her. Is just like, are you all right? Surf, you're good, right?
Well, surely you're joking. You saw the way she thrashed me. She's more than all right. She's fine. She's resplendent. And with the way she's talking about you, you should know that already. Honestly. And he glances over to Umberto. Are they always this clueless?
You should have seen what it took to get them together.
Some of these pairings. Anyway, you said you all had some questions for me, and I've been severely beaten, and I'm on the truth serum. Now's the time to ask.
There was a summation in here yesterday, yes, the sort of quiet one who came in.
Yeah, I didn't even throw a punch at him. I could see it wouldn't be well received.
No, but Was there anything about that encounter? Why did everybody become agitated with him? What was going on?
I'll tell you, it was right weird. It doesn't take much to get folks agitated in here, but it was like they saw him and they started talking to him, and it was like they were jealous. It was the weirdest thing. Like, nothing to be jealous of. He was I suppose a good enough looking chap, but he didn't, didn't have a girl on his arm or anything. And it was just, they kept trying to one up and he kept not reacting and just pissed him right the hell off. He said something to the tune of not being here to tolerate fools and left, which is usually what the not fighting types do. And so I thought it was over.
Was there anyone else that was unusual that might have encountered your group of fellows?
Well, that morning there was this lass who came in. God, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And of course, everyone was wanting to get close to her, but kind of looking at around and Diana over there decided that no good could come of that and told her she'd best move on her way. The lads did get near to her at one point. They shared some words, but she left without, promising anything.
I see. Did you happen to hear where she was from? Anything like that?
Oh, my guess would be Avalonian, based on what little I heard of her speak, but I tend to stay away from the Avalonian lasses in general, unless they're built like you, my fair lass. They tend not to look too well upon me, and honestly, based on the look of her, I didn't think I could afford her.
I see. A Ginny, perhaps?
That's my assumption. Jenny, absolutely the wrong bar. If she is a working girl, no one here had the funds to afford her.
I see. All right. Did anyone in particular seem very cross with him?
Oh, Dmitry Androvich. He was, of all of the lads, he seemed the most taken in the mood. No idea what got onto him. Normally he's a decent lad, but it's like something crawled right up his arse. Couldn't take it.
I see. Well, anybody else? Anything else that comes to mind that was unusual?
Oh, well, it de-escalated rather quickly. None of them seemed in the mood of fighting each other. Seemed to be a quiet night.
How long did the...
Here. Oh, sorry.
No, it is okay. How long did Dimitri stay in the bar after the gentleman left?
He was drinking hard. Went in and took a bottle and a half of vodka all his own. Which isn't bad for these Usuran types, and he pours another whiskey for himself. But terribly sorry. I've been horrifically rude. My name is Colin, as I believe someone mentioned, and you, my dear, might be... And he holds out a hand to Leonora.
I am Leonora.
Do you offer your hand?
I will offer my hand.
He takes it and kisses it and releases.
She, with like her bandages on and everything, she'll take it. She'll kind of twist her fingers a second, look at the top of her hand, and just kind of place it back down respectfully on her lap.
Mm-hmm.
And with the young lady that was here, is there a place around here that could afford her services?
I mean, my guess is she came down from the capital. She took boat not too long after departing. Or at least, if she was still in town, I imagine we'd heard it, and a boat left not too long after that. And then the Samar ship came in later that afternoon.
Hmm. Interesting.
Okay. I suppose we should look around and see if we can find this Dmitri person. Do you know where he lives?
I do know where he lives. Him, his brother, and his mother. I doubt he's gone there. He doesn't like. His mother doesn't like him coming home drunk. So
That's a good.
I'll tell you what. It's like there's only so many places he can go, and I'll take you around, see what we can find. Least I can do. I'll be talking about that fight for months.
You're welcome.
And ends up he's like, all right, the first most obvious place. Diana, dear, where's my tab at? You're indebted until your next life, Cullen. Exactly what I thought. Keep it building up. And he walks up. Follow me.
All right. Follow.
Mm-hmm.
And he leads you to a barn near a stables barn near an inn on the outskirts of town. This is a place where he'll often go to try to sleep it off if he's gotten a little too drunk. And he goes over, kind of pushes open the door. Dimitri, lad. Some nice folks here wanting to talk to you. Dimitri? Yeah, nothing doing here.
Lenora's gonna read not only Colin, but also like into the room or into the barn.
All right. On Colin, you get
that book open.
the lovers and how did I already fail to put the all right, close. The lovers and the hero.
Good to know.
Yeah. And from inside the room, you see the lovers twice.
Someone is in here.
Dimitri, are you being an ass? Get out of here, Colin. Dimitri, you've got some nice people here to talk to you. Now, what did you do that they need to thrash you? Because that's the only reason you'd be hiding.
Mykolas is going to step past Colin.
Suit yourself.
I would like to speak with you.
Figure kind of rises up from behind one of the stables and looks. That's that tone on your voice.
Yes? What did she tell you to do?
Who?
The pretty one that you can't stop thinking about.
She didn't say anything.
You knew what she wanted. Yeah.
She had and it's kind of looking around, and Lenora, as you're watching him, the lovers, you realize in both cases, are like shimmering. And underneath them, you see the moonless night and coins for the ferryman. But then the lovers are back in place.
What was her name?
How could a creature like that have a name?
Mykolas is going to slowly walk towards the guy. Not like in a menacing fashion. He's just closing the distance a little at a time.
And he kind of looks up at you and takes a step back.
She talked to you, and suddenly you felt things, yes?
I couldn't even believe she was talking to me. Women like that typically don't. And then she said something about a husband. Cold, quiet, and cruel. She was afraid of him. Afraid he was going to chase her down and hurt her. She was so beautiful.
And you felt a rage when you ran into someone who met that description, yes?
And his hand, trembling, goes down to his belt and pulls out a knife, and he closes his eyes as he lifts it up.
Mykolas is going to grab the arm. Like he's just going to cross the distance, grab the arm that he's holding the knife in.
The knife has dried blood on it. And he opens his eyes. Oh, prophets, no. Prophets, no. Prophets, no.
Raphael will step forward a bit. Easy. Let's just calm down. Drop it, please.
Clatters to the ground.
Raphael's gonna walk forward and bend, pick it up, and get it out of his reach.
He was going to hurt her. But that wasn't what I cared about. He'd had her. Laid with her, and I couldn't take it. I couldn't think, I couldn't see, I just... Oh, prophets, oh, prophets, oh, prophets, oh, prophets.
What do you want to do, Mykolas?
Mykolas will pull out a cord and put the guy's hands behind his back and tie his hands. You're going to go to confess to the constable. I will explain something to him that may be a mitigating circumstance, but you did take a man's life.
And he just seems almost limp as you're looking at him.
And he's going to sort of push him forward towards Umberto and Roan. And he's going to hold back for a bit. Because he knows somebody's going to ask him a question.
You put that together remarkably quickly.
Young's job was to hunt us if we get out of control. And his power was love and darkness.
Passion.
The most terrifying of the abilities of the Losajas. I'm guessing she had love as one of her powers.
Fascinating. I wonder who she was. And whose she was. This is the thing you all value so much, yes? The ability to burn and to incite it in others.
No. This isn't burning. This is a lie. This is an oil lantern compared to a bonfire. Faint echo of what real passion and love is.
I'm inclined to believe you, now that we've seen such passion call the dead. She is a blunt instrument. Interesting. I wonder if we'll ever cross her path.
For her sake, I hope not. For my sake as well.
The ones with that word. They are dangerous. Like I warned you with Janos. But they are powerful. Curious. Very curious. Umberto and Rowan, you are escorting Dimitri to the constable's office. It's easy enough to find, very centrally located near the docks. Oh, I see you have Dimitri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He steps forward and gets a weird look, and Dimitri he is basically just hanging from your grips on him. And if you let him go, he just falls down to his knees. I did it, Carl. I killed him. Dimitri. Why? Alexei, who's over by the side, just kind of closes his eyes tightly. I don't know.
Lenora has followed behind and probably at this point has reached up and say, this man was affected by something else. It was not of his right mind to do this act, even though he did it.
It's going to be very difficult to prove. The boyar comes to administer justice. Can you be more specific? We can say around now Mykolas is walking in.
Okay.
They didn't talk very long.
Yeah. They'll walk in to see what is going on or something.
You can continue because you're the one engaging Lenora, but this is when McCurdy.
Yeah. It's the stories of particular beings that could influence you by just a look or by asking a question of your desires. And there was someone here who was not welcome, who influenced young Dmitri over here. That's all I know.
Influenced.
I believe whoever it was being sought by Janusz to be taken back home. And they
Home.
did not.
Home. Samesha.
One of his.
Hello, suggest.
She used her powers on this poor soul to turn him into a murderous weapon. He did the act. He was driven by emotion, not mind control. But the emotions were overwhelming.
The constable looks down at him. If this goes before the boyar, it will be the hangman's noose. And Dmitri just kind of sags there on the floor. We need more. Dmitri, what can you tell us about the woman? He looks up. Beautiful. I need details, Dmitri. Just beautiful. And one by one, to sort of move things along, the constable goes and brings in various people. The bartender, other folks who were there. Colin is still around. And more precise details than that, any way of describing her, are just gone. Just beauty. Sometimes there's even conflicting details. And you start getting the impression that people have started describing her in their own, by their own preferences. If she was so beautiful, she must have looked like this. She must have been my type. She must have da. And there's just confusion. Constable shakes his head. Demon magic. He looks at you all. Thank you. He goes behind his desk, pulls out a small, not very big sack of gold, tosses it at Lenora. Not like chucks it at her, but like that kind of easy to easy to catch toss. It is the typical bounty for bringing in wanted criminals, particularly of violent crime. Yes, Father.
Well, it's out of character. As they were sort of discussing this, Raphael's going to sort of step over into the side, and he's going to sit with Dmitri, because if he's set up to face justice this way, and the way he called out for the prophet, he is going to practice what he preaches type of deal and sit with him and give him confession or like last rites bless him or whatever else, so he can be of be as at peace as he possibly can, is just going to do that while the conversation is happening. So because the kid, I don't know if is he a kid or is he like, what is his, because that also
you'd guess
depends on-
you'd guess younger 20s, 22, 23.
okay, then few years younger than him. So, but even still, like it's like a kid. So it's almost like a kid, sort of, and is just in this place and looks so defeated. And it's a hard pill to swallow either way. But he is trying to offer the kids some kind of comfort.
Mm-hmm. I did not mention while it was happening, as everyone's being questioned and no one is able to describe her other than the beautiful woman. I spent 10 villain points. As you are standing there by him and just trying to console him, Alexei walks up to Umberto. This is the younger brother. Is there anything you can do?
As at the moment, no. We have to sort this so we can be on our way.
Constable, Boyar will kill him, but he was not in his right mind. And not even by drink of magic and demons.
Well, if
There
we
has
can
to be
prove,
something.
if we can prove that, then maybe there'll be some leniency.
The constable looks over at you. You think you might be able to prove that he was magically altered?
Doesn't hurt to try.
Like, how do you even detect that sort of thing, though? Like, who could speak to it?
It depends on what kind it is, to be honest. There are different ways, so different methods.
I know very little of magic. I do the mother her honors, but have not been visited by her for some time.
It's if we can figure out who this woman even was.
If I were you, I'd pray you never find out.
And yet she seems dangerous, and so therefore is destined to cross my path.
I will probably fall in love with her. I'm already annoyed by it.
I already hate it.
Lenore, was that a hand raise or?
Lenora's gonna go to the constable, and she's going to ask if there were evidence to be provided. What sort of evidence would you need?
Someone who knows what they're talking about. Someone who can say that what they witnessed in some form of. I'm grasping at straws.
And would you take them at their word?
And he pauses. You
Lenore,
all are
go ahead.
new. You all are new in town. You have no reason to speak for or against him. I would hear what it is you know.
Lenora is going to reach into her pocket, and she's going to take out her veil. And she's going to place her veil on her head.
He takes it's like he's about to take a half a step back, and then he steals himself. Strega. you've seen something for him.
This was not meant to be deception. This was meant for my own protection. But if I can use my gifts to save someone's life, I have been taught to do it.
Then do what you can do.
And she's going to explain to the constable that through her reading, she's able to see that his arcana, as everybody has been duped over by someone who has the dealings of love, and is going to hope that is enough information to at least sway for a longer period of time that we could have for more evidence, or if that would be enough.
He looks down. Does he remain altered?
I look at him.
You still see the lovers.
He is, for now.
I can delay report to the Boyar. This Janosch is not a local. It will take some time for his body to reach the Samartian capital, and more time for them to send a response.
He was a member of the Ratas. One of their responsibilities is policing their own.
Indeed. He crouches down in front of Dimitri. You were made an instrument of murder, like the dagger you held when you did it. Would you wish to bring, or help to bring, the one who did this to you to justice? Dimitri. Then I will send you with his body. You will go to Samartia. You will tell your story to the Ratas. And Dimitri is visibly shuddering in fear at that idea.
Raphael's gonna silently reach over and put a hand on his shoulder as if to steady him a bit.
If you are tried here, the Boyar will have you killed. Executed. The demon will not be enough. In fact, the demon will be more the reason he kills you. There, you are a weapon that was used to kill their man. Just a part. It's a chance. Dimitri nods. All right. We'll send you. Alexei, tell your mother.
I'll send a letter with him. I serve with the nation's military and have some sway.
He nods, and he looks to Leonora. You took a great chance showing yourself outside of Odachi, and gave me what I need to perhaps spare his life. Thank you. You are muted.
You're muted.
Thank you. She, still wearing her veil, will do a slight bow, do a slight nod, and give the money for the bounty. Will offer it back to the constable. If it is not for us, then I'm going to give it to the boy.
He smiles. You've guardian angels. The mother blesses you. And he gestures for you to hand it to Dimitri, who slowly stands up. His hands have been unbound, and he takes it. You are a gift from the mother, truly. Matushka. Oh, Matushka. Yes, yes, yes. That we should probably, and the constable raises a hand. Go to your mother. Tell her. You will leave in the morning. With luck, you will come back exonerated by those companions of the man you killed. If not, the mother be with you in the next world. And Dimitri goes out the door, Alexei shortly behind him. Yes, he guides Mykolas over to his desk and gives you paper and pen to write.
He'll write it in summation, explaining what he thinks happened, and that Janusz was murdered to prevent catching this person. And he'll sign it. And
it's sealed up. He doesn't look at it. Places a seal upon it. He'll have his brother to go with him along the way, plus an honor guard that will join up at the capital to perhaps ease the way at the border. I will send a note straight away to Captain Emilio that the Sandoval's fortune is to be cleared to depart with the tides.
There is a valley you should avoid.
A valley?
Yes.
How do you mean? And he looks. Who brings out a map?
And he'll direct him to roughly where her valley is. It's,
Oh. You went through that valley.
Yeah.
Here we actually know it. It is awkward to speak of. You've done me a great service, so please take no offense from this. Recently, some had begun to call it as the Valley of Great Fortune. Quite a few Samartian offenses went through there and were vanished.
I am aware.
Still, good for just a couple traveling along. The faster way will be this way anyway. And it's like this late in the winter, they're more likely to get trapped in the valley than anything else. Yes, I believe that's all. Here is, and he hands the communication to Mykolas to inform the captain that they are now clear to sail.
Thank you very much.
And for you all as well, should you ever return to Ukatnava, I hope you have an opportunity to see more than docs and murderers.
Hopefully.
I
That would be nice.
It wouldn't be the first time, and it probably won't be the last.
As the evening draws to the close, you all are able to return to the ship. The captain is hugely relieved that the issue has been handled and that he'll be able to depart with the dawn. And what all are you getting up to as you you do have cabins available for you aboard the ship, or you can stay. There are plenty of inns. Even the Rizalka's Lament has a few over, though no one seems too excited about recommending those.
I think Mykolas will grab a moment with Leonora after we finish. And when there's far enough away from people, we just
Sure thing.
I'm proud of you. You did a good thing.
Lenora is still wearing her veil, kind of looks off into the distance and is probably reading wherever that black thread is heading towards.
South as ever.
Mm-hmm. And is just nods her head and says, I was me. I did not have to twist anything. No strings were pulled. And that boy can be in charge of his own fate today.
He is lucky to have met you.
I'm just glad someone like me was here. It would have been worse if you had tried to defend him.
I know. But you always help people. I know sometimes you seem to carry some sort of weight on you, and I don't know its origin or why. But always remember, you make people's lives better. You made mine and all of us and that young boy's life better.
It is the price I'm willing to pay is do good things and to help where I can. But thank you. I appreciate it.
We should go join the others before they come up with some other rumor about us.
Well, it is better than being on this boat. I don't know how long I'll be able to last.
As you all are getting together, the evening goes by rather subdued. Word has slowly spread that a local boy is being sent to Samartia in order to speak to certain things. Though also people are being shushed about that so that it doesn't reach the boyar. There's just a general sense of, yeah, we probably had enough bar fights for the day, and things are generally winding down. Early in the morning, before the tides go out, you all come to the Sandoval's Fortune. You were able to get aboard, those of you who did not sleep aboard, and have everything together. And right around the time the ship is starting to put out to sea, is just almost all the way from the dock. I'm going to say Roan. When Roan goes seafaring fairly often, where does she tend to stand on the deck when she's sailing?
Ever since she was a little girl, she's been quite fond of whatever the name of like the front part of the ship is.
Mm-hmm. The bow.
The bow. She likes to look out onto the water and be right up in the front normally.
Mm-hmm. Right around the time that the bow of the ship is sort of turning away, and it's turning close to some of the other docks, because this is a pretty, if you see on the map, it's a fairly cramped harbor, and so it's turning from some docks, and you catch the motion out of the side of your eye, and you see a stick with a bag tied to it suddenly hurl over the side, just barely missing you, clattering to the deck, and then you hear a thump against the side of the deck, and you see Colin pulling himself over the side, rolling onto the boat, landing on his butt on the sides. And so it's like, well, Y'all seemed like such a fun group. I thought I'd come with you for a while. So tell me, where are we going? And with that, we are going to bring this episode to a close. Thank you to Basics of the Game for hosting us. Thank you to Dragon of the Dark Robes for producing us. And as always, keep playing more games.